So when I started working out, I guess I didn't really have a diet plan. I just stopped eating a lot of stuff. So I would just like order one meal a day, and then I would just like spread it in half and then eat it for like lunch and then dinner, and then that would kind of be it. Now I don't really follow a diet plan, and no, you can't have a shirtless pic. I think my favorite video game that's not League of Legends is probably CSGO, because I think as a Danish male, you kind of grew up always playing Counter-Strike, so it's just been part of like just about like my childhood, I guess, just playing Counter-Strike. The TSM environment was very, I think, stressful because of all the expectations the fans had, and the team itself, because of always making the finals and just always being a top tier team in NA. It was like just a lot of stress on the players to always perform, and if we weren't performing, then it was just a lot of like discussions and yelling and meetings. So yeah, just pretty stressful. Lee Sin becomes meta again. I'll obviously play him. If he's not that good, which I don't think he is right now, then sure, I'll not play it because I don't want my team to lose, because I just insist on playing this champion, right? So we were watching the CSGO tournament where C9 won, and in the chat everyone was spamming spam this noodle to help Skadoodle, and I thought that was hilarious. At a hotel somewhere, I mean, I don't really remember, but probably like a fancy hotel we once went to for a tournament. I mean, I'm not a weeb, so I don't really watch anime, but I've kind of like gone away from that because it would like ruin my life, kind of like watching anime. But I mean, in the past I watched anime and I was not really proud of it, so I think maybe Hunter x Hunter was probably my favorite, but yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I think one of the advantages C9 has over the other teams is probably the positiveness in the reviews and just the overall lifestyle the C9 team has, where even if you lose, it's not really like that like stressful, and you can just more live a life kind of in the C9 house, which I feel like I couldn't really do in my past, where it was just a lot of stress. So joining C9, I've been going to the gym with Smoothie every day because he drives there and I don't really have any choice, so I have to go with Smoothie. I think one of the better things about the C9 house compared to TSM is probably we have PCs in our own rooms, and the ice machine, I guess, is pretty nice. Otherwise, I don't really see that much like difference. I guess my favorite workout day is probably chest day, where just doing the bench press feels the most nice, I guess. My advice to aspiring players would probably be just watch a lot of like high elo streams where are just a lot better than you, and just try to take in what they're doing, which is something I used to do as well when I first started playing League. I would just watch whoever streaming and then like see what they're doing and see what I can do better, like try to adapt what they're doing. Probably everyone in the world can agree that pineapples shouldn't be on pizzas. My big brother was playing video games and he would always be writing in English, and I wanted to play with him and his friends, so I had to learn some English, but obviously I learned it more in school, but I think I knew some of it already just from playing games. I think one of the players I look up to is Rainover, because when I played in Europe, I just never really could beat him when he was in Europe and I was in Europe. And then I went to NA and he went to NA as well in the same year as me, and then I really could never beat him really, even though my team ended up beating him. But I felt like in the regular season I could just never really find a way to beat him. But yeah, I just have a lot of respect for him. I think I'd rather be famous when I'm alive and then forgotten when I'm dead, I guess, because then I could actually experience it and kind of take advantage of that by being famous. Being rich, I guess, maybe. Do I have to do it or what?
You have to get that.
Oh, what?
With a bang.
Okay.
With a bang.
Yeah, I'm flexing.
Yeah, you're up.
Roll up the sleeve.
Oh, baby. Oh, it's huge.
Okay. My all-time favorite skin is probably the Muay Thai Lee Sin skin. I can't play Lee Sin without the skin because the animations are just like so much better than on any other skins. And I kind of feel like you have an advantage if you actually play with the skin, and he just looks super cool in that skin. I think I've already begun streaming, so whatever. When we played LCS our last match, then Reboot was asking if I have a brain today, and I was actually lying, saying yes to have a brain, but I actually have no brain. Next one. But that's not even an answer. I can't even answer that one.